Hi everyone, Ray of Light here. We're gonna do a bonus stream tonight because we can, and because I hate doing this so much, but I am a week away from payday, and like all of my bills, including some unexpected medical bills, hit all at once. And I really need to make up that money. Otherwise, the bank is going to keep taking money from me, and it's going to just lead to absolute disaster. Um, I'm going to see where I can get more help. But you know, if anybody is able to help fill that bar up top, I really, really would appreciate it. I feel awful for having to ask for this, but um, it's just an absolute mess right now. Excuse me. So yeah, we're gonna do some Final Fantasy XIV here. Instead of playing on my main and kind of giving that information away, because I kind of want to keep that to myself, I am going to create a character specifically for streaming. So let's figure out what we want to do with this character. Um, I haven't decided on a race or anything yet. Just know that it's going to be a female character because I just like the female characters. I'm kind of thinking Ellison because they are just so freaking pretty. The potatoes are kind of fun, especially when you do like a big, strong, like tanky roll. Um, and the Rogadin are pretty cool, and you know, gotta love the big, strong women. Same thing with the Hrothgar and the Vieira. I mean, Final Fantasy XII fans, you know what to you know why we love the Vieira. Um, yeah, let's go. Let's go with an Ellison. Do we want Wildwood or Duskwhite or Wit or whatever, however it's pronounced? Wiget. No, I'm pretty sure it's White. Wight, like light, kind of like my name. Better dexterity on the Wildwood. I mean, these stats really don't matter, do they? Like the Duskwhite would be good, a little bit better for spellcasters. Wildwood would be a little bit better uh for physical characters, but the overall stats really don't matter. At least I don't think they do, unless you're like really min maxing for those last couple of points that you know. Um, let's go Wildwood. Now, okay, so she's already. Oh my god, that's what, 6'3" right now? We can go to 6 foot, or we could go to 6'6". That is our that is our range here. I think we all stand a tall queen, right? Let's not go maximum or anything. Although even maximum's like the minimum of what I want to be. Let's do like 75, something respectable. This is definitely the better face. Skin color. Let's go with something that's a little tan. Ooh, I like that style. That's cute. Hmm. I hate having to make these decisions. That looks really awkward in the front. I'm not giving her that. Yeah, let's go with this. Now, color. Definitely adding highlights. Hmm. What if we go with light hair with a colored highlight? We might need to change the style now that we have a color scheme. Let's see what that's like with ooh. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Definitely type 4. I don't really like the really pointy chins. Do green. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I like that. I think this is a good appearance. Oh no, I don't want to save the data. You know what? We'll give her today as the birthday. So we'll do Halone. And not that it really matters for anything in the game. Okay. Now the question is, what job? Chat, what job should I pick? Let's see if I can find a random job picker online. Okay, so we're going to modify the wheel here because we can't do those. Can't do ninja, samurai, reaper. Okay, so gladiator becomes paladin, marauder becomes warrior, healer becomes white mage, arcanist becomes summoner and scholar. Oh, can't do astrologian or sage. Pugilist becomes monk, lancer becomes dragoon, archer becomes bard, thaumaturge becomes black mage, and then, yeah, summoner. Okay, so I have all of them here. Let's see if I can quickly add that to the... All right. I am not going to take too much time here to mess with the picker. I'm not going to... Oh, let's drop it underneath the overlay at least. All right, let's see what job we're going to play to start with. Hey, Drex! Scholar, oh. I don't know what I don't know what to think about that. But we're gonna give it a try. I am not looking forward to healing, but we'll I am going to follow what it says. I appreciate it, Drex. Yeah, just things landed very, very poorly. Had some of these bills auto paid a week from today, it'd be perfect. But they were all like, nope, let's go ahead and put Ray like $200 in the red. And then the banks are going to go, well, we're going to take more money from you that you don't have. Here's the thing, though. Like, I didn't feel like I overspent on anything. Like, I haven't bought Pokemon cards recently. I've spent maybe $10 on Magic the Gathering for a charity deck. You know, like it doesn't feel like I did anything to you know, too out of the ordinary for my budget. Like my V2 character and the overlay and everything, all of that was paid off back in like November, like October, November. So it's not even like I can blame it on, you know, me starting this new character and going live, because it wasn't money from, you know, the last couple of weeks. But yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't want Excalibur if I can. Okay, so I can't do Leviathan or Behemoth. I guess we'll do Ultros. Okay, now probably the hardest part of creating a character, naming them. Oh. Do we have any suggestions? Uh, and we have a randomizer. Your stride Valeriant. Let's keep going. Iliad. I mean, it's nice that it's actually picking names that are relevant uh to the character race and everything. That definitely not. I think what I'll do is I'll go until I find a surname that I really like, and then I'll just name it Ray. I'm actually going to copy that if I can. Aurel. I really like that first name. Did it allow me to copy? It did. Aurel Lothair. I like that. It's it's kind of cute. I like it. What? Why not? Why not? Blandy. Uh, hmm. Uh, so I have an OC that I made a long time ago. I actually have a couple of pieces of art from her, and her name was Hilda. So why don't we go with that as the surname, or sorry, not the surname, the forename. Let's think of a good surname. Uh, I'm literally looking around at like things that are sitting around me, trying to look at like just words that happen to be on like random cards or my bottles of medication. Um, Considering she's going to be a healer, I kind of want something that sounds kind of, you know, kind of magic-y, kind of healy. Let's do... Let me find a good word for healer. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep Hilda as the forename and find a good surname from that. Oh man, it does keep giving me Ursula or Usur Ursula. I don't know. If I can't pronounce it, I'm not keeping it. Beltardois. Uh, there. Let's try that. Okay, we got it. Oh, of course, the server's full. Oh, here we go.
Here. Here. Feel. Here. Feel. Think.
Why do I have a horn on my head? Oi, you all right, lass? You look really creepy. You were more moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling at the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Hmm. Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others see, and we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Might as well been bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaning around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Laminsa's still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Do I really have to? Ooh, I know them and I love them. Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddlin's betrayed. Haha, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. Oh, I meant to add something to the overlay here. Let's add some text. That is way too large. Uh, uh, oh, that is really small. Okay, let's make that a little bit bigger. Okay. So I have a friend who makes different types of jerky, and he gave me some last week, and one of them that I haven't had yet is a very spicy jerky. Like it's a mix of different like pepper concentrates and stuff. Um, so I'm kind of okay with spicy stuff. But I thought I'd go ahead and use that as potential special incentive. I will find some way, to I don't know. I'm a little afraid to do a face reveal or anything like that. So it's either people trust me when I'm actually doing it here on stream and you hear me suffer, or I will find some way to prove that I've done it. So yeah, just wanted to add that there. All right. So long as you avoid dying, I mean, no secret that adventure is a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? I mean, right now to amass a fortune. Fortune, eh? Well, it's a dream we've all had at one time or another. Once you've learned to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering guild tickles your fancy. Limsa is renowned for its smithies and armorers, not to mention its fisher folk, and there's its cooks, of course. Adventuring ain't just about killing things, after all. A peaceful pastime may well help you make your fortune. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing, and ain't no profit being dead, and that's a fact. Ships off the starboard bow, pirate colors. Pirates? Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. What's the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lominson colors? Bastards either have a bullet of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We made it out of cannon range, and no Buccaneer's bark'll catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. Oh my god, I'm terrible with this speak. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulder. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If the pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? Nope. Thought not, but I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed itinerant to apprise you of the current state of affairs. Do we really have to? Limsa Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folks ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Uh, them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, because in case you didn't know. Ah, at long last, land ho! Behold, Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and uh, beloved of Limelight. I'm not going to try to pronounce the goddess's name.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane.
Lim Lane.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's onto the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
I might go with Summoner, because I really don't feel like the healer type. I have tried healing, I'm bad at it. And I don't want to have to try and be... if I remember correctly, the Scholar is like a shield healer, and I'm not good with that. And Sonic Shadow Silver, thank you so much for the follow. I will. I love this game. I've played through I played through all the expansions and everything. I just thought it'd be fun to make a new character and kind of experience again for the first time. Hey, you there. I mean you. This is my district, and I make my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. This is my first time making a character that lands in Limsa. Typically, I end up with characters that start in Ul'dah because I really like the monk and the paladin. Yeah, yeah, this is all new to me too. Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Laments's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Liminsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Rontaro Sea. Please select the control scheme you wish to use, mouse and keyboard. Yeah. No, I don't want the lodestone. Okay. Um... We have a lot to do here with this. I've had a character start... My main started in Ul'dah, because I went Pugilist Monk. Then I rolled a second character, but level boosted them. Because I think I had like a free level boost or something. I'm trying to remember how I got it. That was years ago though. And then I created a third character because I wanted a oh my god, why can't I think of the Vieira? I wanted a Vieira. And I didn't want to use a Fantasia because I love my Mikote too much. Uh, so I made a Vieira, and they started in Gridania because I made them an archer. Okay. I wish I could just carry over HUDs from my other characters. I think there's a way to do it by like copying system files over, but I don't want to quit the game. But normally my HUD is like, I can at least get some of these set up. Hotbar 1. Make it 4x3. And we'll keep everything at 100%. Hotbar 2, same thing. 4x3. The parameter bar goes up here so I can see it more easily. Progress bar, I'm not so worried about. Experience bar, we'll just push all the way to the top, because why not? Hotbar 3 will be active. Okay. Last thing I need is keybinds. Hotbars. 1, 2, 3, 4 works. U. R. F. Z. X. And then same thing with the control keys. Oh. Okay. So the reason why I do that... Oh, I also want to make strafe left and strafe right. Okay. Perfect. I'll probably add some hotbars to the right side at some point. But this way, at least, I can easily see my health and everything. Oh, you know what? I wish it didn't have all these little pop-ups that come up when it's like you have a character that's at level cap and have like 10 jobs at level cap. I'm actually going to make these a little larger. I'm going to make these like 120. So they're a little easier to see. No, that's not... They're not... There we go. Let's go ahead and also add a hotbar over there. Oh, what just happened there? What is it? Oh god, it's because I right-clicked on it. Oh my god, this is so bad. I swear there's a way to hide the hotbar numbers. Uh, Limit gauge, main scenario guide, yeah. Hotbar settings. I think it's here. Yeah, display hotbar numbers. I don't want to display the hotbar numbers. There we go. Okay. Now we can go ahead and continue here. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city, and without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss stinking alley. Oh my god, I don't want to read this. I'm so bad at reading this, like, dialect. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just straight down this street and speak with Greffar. He'll show you the how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the wench. He might curse an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. Yes, I know how to do quests. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. You know what, can I adjust the font size here so it's a little bit bigger? Why did it not change the font size? Ah, there we go. If I'm not wearing my glasses, I better make the text easy enough to read. I need to find out how to get the VTube software to be able to see my face with the glasses. Yes, 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 I know. Greeting to you, lass. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for the drink, are you? You come with a mind try to try your hand at adventuring, I reckon. Well, you find no shortage of work around here in Limsa. The name is Baderon, and this most hospitable of hostelries? What? I really couldn't care less what he has to say right now. Home of the Adventurers Guild. Like, I'm reading it, but for me to try and read it out loud has been a major, major pain in the butt. Where did my phone go? I'm missing my phone. Okay. Um, I guess I'll look for it on break. Why'd you lose your memories? I already forgot. Oh, talking about the calamity. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of explaining like, yeah, the calamity happened like 5 years ago, but like a lot of us were around and don't remember it. We don't remember anything that happened before it either. We just know that it happened somehow. Where did my There it is. I am forgetting everything right now. Oh, okay, so it's gonna make the weird face when I drink from this water bottle. I want to get to the stuff where I actually play, so I'm gonna skip this. I'm sorry. Uh, these cutscenes just getting started are just so much. Okay, so I now have pets. I know how to do MSQ. Okay. So we're gonna move that to E. We'll do that on Control E. So I do the same like hotkey setup for every like for any MMO I play, and it's always this setup where I kind of have a 4x3 grid, another 4x3 grid, um, or 3x4, whatever you want to call it. And it's always 1 through 4, QERF, ZXCV, and then Control and those same keys. Because these kind of line up with, their relative position on the keyboard next to my hand. Why is my eye shaking? My eye was shaking. Okay. Uh, no longer shaking here, but yeah. So, like, for example, Q is always my interrupt. There goes shaking again. But yeah, Q. Anytime I have an ability that is an interrupt, whatever that main interrupt ability is, whether that's like a kick that that stops casting, or a full-on stun, or something like that, that always goes on Q. That is always my interrupt. E is always my main ability. R is my second ability in like that rotation. F is the third. Then Z is typically some sort of like movement ability. XCV, if I have like my monk, for example. If you've ever played monk in 14, it is really complex because it has like 6 main abilities that go in a really interesting order. So it's always like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 6. Okay, yeah. So you understand how complex that can be. Um, so I can't remember the ability names off the top of my head, but like ERF will be my one set of 3 abilities. XCV will be the next set of 3. F and or E and X, because they're right above each other, are always the opener. R and C are always the middle. F and V are the finishers. So depending on uh, what buffs are currently up, that determine whether or not you're doing, one or the other ability. I just keep them nice and easy on the hotbars like that, so it's easy to tell what one I need to do. And they're all within very easy range for me to pick up. Um, Orb management can be an absolute pain. I hate it sometimes. Like half the time I forget which orb I'm supposed to trigger. Like I have to remind myself. Okay, whatever orb is like all three chakras. Um, it'll be like, okay, I did all three chakras last time, right? Time to do three of the same chakra. Uh, and I'll just hope that I get it right. And then sometimes I accidentally mix up and do like a 1-2-1 instead of a 1-2-3 or 3-3-3 or whatever. And at which point it's like, well, I hope it still spawns the right orb. That is why I am not a Savage Raider. I want to give some more of the extremes a try. I want to do the new extreme that just came out in 7.4. I haven't done any of the 7.4 stuff yet. I really want to do it, and I really want to start making more outfits for my character because we have finally been liberated from the uh, from the job restrictions, which makes me super excited to be able to make more outfits. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what some of these opening quests are like. I'm gonna try to. Oh, geez, that was rude. I'm gonna try to read some of this. But like I said, I'm terrible at reading his dialect. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks. What'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west. You'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetherite, a device what can move you around from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetherite where you want to go, of course. Have you a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons, armor, and all your adventure and bits and pieces for sale in the district, what lies beyond the aetherite. Don't go throwing your gil all around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced quicker and you can say, where me coin purse so why is me coin purse so light? Have a word with Swazbale instead. He's the head of the Merchants Guild, by the way. Give him this old octant, and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful ints, I suggest you meet some fellow spell slingers at the Arcanist Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tome if you decide to join their crew. Murray at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lass? Seeing to them 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I've best be getting on. Run along, eh? And yet he's still talking. Buckrit, there I go, sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. That's the ale. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods what look like they might need your help, consider giving them their tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, but I admit, but you never know what interest and opportunities be lurking out there. just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninia over yonder has been casting glances at you since we waltzed in. Why not lend her an ear and see what she has to say? Aye, you're like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as as a women folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you have the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith ear in the wench. The lads that bear that title have some fine advice when they're starting out the profession, and that, my girl, is how you go about becoming a legend among venturers. Okay. Yeah. I know how to do all this. So I have to do this. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lass. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago, and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered around the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow across in the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How did the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Scainrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Aldskiff. What kind of name is that? Aldskiff? Ahldskyf. That is not a name. That is. Someone went into alphabet soup and just like picked whatever the letters were left after they had finished eating. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. Okay, gotta talk to you to go back down. Yes, I know how to interact with things. Oh my god, stop! No. Nope. I think it's just gonna keep giving me the active help that I don't need. Let's move the progress bar up to here. Yes, I'm Altskift. Have you some herbs you wish me to examine? Yes, I know how to hand over items as well. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Althic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. In fact, these probably spilled from the crates that were loaded into my very own ship. I think someone's been having a bit of fun with you, miss, but not to worry. You've learned a few things and you made a new acquaintance. Well met. Okay, yes, I know how to use items. Ah, another novice adventurer. Aye, Bateron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Sundamal, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping peace in the city. It's also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. As these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune herself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of my city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Okay. Keep going this way. A fine day to you, madam. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I'd love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Bateron. Whatever could it be? Oh, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all of your potions and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores. So it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods they offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Okay, we are doing that. Okay, that's interesting. So sorry, I shouldn't be looking at all the advertisements for clubs, but I'm just thinking of like, oh, what kind of what kind of glamour would I make for something that's supposed to be Azeroth? Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. Ah, but if I am not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa Lominsa, arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured position in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merlwyb, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue your study of challenging discipline, then I must insist that you indicate your commitment to joining our guild. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild, or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thubergrim? Thubergheim? Thubergheim? Yeah, I'm guessing Thubergheim. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You'll find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy, though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Yes, I am Thubergheim. Greetings, and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me, then, to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of Aether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of this discipline, however, is found in the purest of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An arcanist is measured by her ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Now let us see the clarity of your word, or if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower Lenaxi, you will find, among others, 3 species of pest: wharf little ladybugs, and orlae. I ask that you employ your skills in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Okay. Let's go ahead and attune to the Aethernet shard. Okay. I am going to take a break here to get up and stretch and probably do like 1 or 2 like very quick things because I need to have some extra dishes for the chili that I so luckily purchased the ingredients for right before all of these unexpected automatic bills came through. So yeah, I will be back in a few.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be. Phew!
Hear, feel, Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
I have been muted for the past
By
hour.
thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only
Ever since I came back from break,
for the light
I have been muted.
heart.
No, it just occurred to me. I'm sitting here thinking I'm talking to everybody and, making cute comments and, getting all giddy over Y'shtola and all of that. But no, I have been on mute this entire time. To answer your question, though, no, I do not have a Cash App.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again? Are we?
Yay, Queen is still here.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
The only one I really use is PayPal.
Towering crystal. I'm sure I don't. Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations.
I probably should set up like a Cash App or something.
I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business.
Yeah, like I have Zell, but that's linked to my dead name. I don't wanna out myself like that. I'm trying to remember if I have
The days ahead promise little rest, I fear.
what's the other big one like Zell?
May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Yeah, Venmo. I think I set up a Venmo. But again, I think it's under my dead name. I'd have to double check. Um, is it okay if I DM you on Discord? Okay. Um, I'll I'll message you soon. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream, but I'll message you there because I uh you're part of the communities that I'm in and everything. I trust you. Prinrain, right glad I am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all seven hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you risked your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and sent a maddened gooboo on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. Hmm? You met someone at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Y'shtola! She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. I don't think she looks odd at all. I think she is downright gorgeous. I love her so much. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. That the temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Primrain. There's a Primrain. I haven't even decided on how to pronounce my character's name. Obviously, the first name is Hilda. Last name, I guess, Primrain. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Uh, we'll do the ether because it sells for a little bit more. Okay. That is level 10. We have unlocked Fester. Unaspected damage with a potency of 340. Energy Drain deals unaspected damage with a potency of 200. That's still single target. Puts target and all nearby enemies to sleep. For now, at least, that'll go in queue for our interrupt spot. Aether Flow gauge unlocked. Using the action Energy Drain fills the Aether Flow gauge, which is required to perform certain actions. So... Fester... Okay, so Fester requires Aether Flow gauge. So I need to Energy Drain to do to do that. No, I don't want that hopper. I want this. Gonna drop the aether flow gauge. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. I think those are good to have there. I think I'm going to call it here. So, Drex, I'll message you here in just a moment. But it was fun getting to play some Final Fantasy XIV on a new character because it's been so long since I've done that. And I'm also going to return back to Limsa because I have a job quest there. But for now, let's see who is around to raid. Let's go ahead and raid Auth. Auth is streaming right now. Looks like he's playing something that looks like it's almost like a parody or homage to a whole bunch of different puzzle games. So yeah, let's go ahead and give him a raid. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been a lot of fun. I will stream again. Should be tomorrow evening. We'll continue either Final Fantasy VI, which I believe is what's actually scheduled, or we'll do more blueprints just because I love those games too much. But yeah, everyone have fun. Go say hi to Author. And I will see you all next time.